Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 23 of my Create This Book series by me and Moriah Elizabeth. Today I'm going to be doing 3 more prompts in this book. Before I begin, be sure to like and subscribe and let's see what we can create for today's prompts. The first prompt of the day is to create an empty setting. So I'm supposed to create a setting and then leave it empty, and I decided to use my Posca pens to create the mountain landscape looking stuff. So my attempt and my approach was to use a lighter color and then go forward with a darker color, so that way it looked like in the front were mountains you could see more clearly, and then in the back were lighter mountains that were further away. That was the plan. However, it didn't turn out that way, and they ended up not really looking like mountains that much at all, unfortunately, but I decided to try and see it through and see how I could fix it and make it work. So I just continued on using my Posca pens to try and create different types of mountains and overlap them in different ways to try and see if I could make this work. Spoiler alert, I could not make this work, but that's okay. I still decided to see it through and finish it, even though I already wasn't liking it, because I felt like, oh, it's fine. Once I finish it, it will somehow be a new piece of art and look way better than it does right now, which is not the case. That's not really how that works, but I was a little bit delulu and just decided to keep on trying. So I went ahead and finished with all of the colors. I was going to do the full top mountain pink, but I decided to add in some little snow caps to try and save some of my Posca pen marker, but also to just add in a little bit more depth and colors in there, and I thought that this would help, but it still wasn't looking how it needed to look. So I decided that I was going to give myself a redemption round because this was just not cutting it. I thought it would be a good background for another piece of mountain art. So I decided to bring in my Ohuhu markers for this one and went ahead and tried to create another mountain landscape to try and redeem myself and do something that was a little bit better than that. So I went ahead in with my purple and added in all of these mountain shadows and creases. I was trying to go a lot more detailed with this one since I think the simplicity of the Posca pens was kind of what messed it all up for me before. So I tried to be a little bit more detailed and a little bit more fun with my colors. I even introduced this bright pink color and some oranges and yellows and tried to blend it all together. And then I also even added in some more details to the scene, like a front landscape section and some trees as well. And so I feel like this one turned out a lot better. I didn't spend enough time on it, so I think it could definitely be even more detailed, but I definitely think it looks more like mountains and much prettier than the Posca pen mountains, so I was okay with it. I was happy with it. I did add in some trees to kind of make it a little bit more lively, come together a little bit more, and I think that helped too, but this is how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. I still think that I can do better, and I definitely need to do more mountain drawing to get my practice in, but this is how it turned out, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the book. And I think the Posca works well as a background for this picture, but I still am not in love with this one, but that's okay because we've got another prompt next that is way easier. So the next prompt is to create an arrangement of doodles. So thankfully I've already got some doodles on hand that need a place to live. So I decided to tear out these sketches that I did on just random pieces of paper, and I wanted to tear it out because I felt like it would add to the doodle effect of everything, and I thought the edge looked nice this way. We've got some Christmas drawings here because I'm super excited for the holidays, and it's officially the day after Thanksgiving, so that means we can celebrate the holidays as much as we want. And then I went ahead and put this sketch in as well. So this was just a really fun and easy prompt and a nice way to store some of my sketches that already existed, and I think they turn out super well, and it's just super fun to see. Before we move on to the next prompt, I have an announcement. Winter is here in my art shop. AnchoredArtDesigns.com is now full of a whole bunch of winter stickers, bookmarks, prints, and more that you can shop for this holiday season. I think they would make the perfect gift for you or someone you love, but go ahead and check that out if you want to at AnchoredArtDesigns.com, and you can shop all of these adorable new winter designs that are pink and cozy and fun in my shop now. But back to the prompts, and here is the next prompt and the last prompt of the day, which is to create color dispute. So I'm basically supposed to draw something and then color it in all of the wrong colors, which is as hard as it sounds. For some reason, I thought it would be fun to design a new character in this moment, and I'm not really sure why. I was having one of those art days where everything you draw just doesn't turn out how you want it to, and it was very frustrating. So I don't know why I decided that a character would be a good way to handle this prompt. It was fun, but it really was really challenging. So I went ahead and just drew out this character and then outlined the entire character, and then when it was time for the colors, I had to really struggle to come up with some creative colors, and I decided to make the skin color red because that's really intense. I was kind of thinking alien, maybe like a Martian, kind of vibe. So I went ahead and just did pinks and reds for the skin color, and then I had to do the lips next. So for the lips, I decided to just go blue, just bold. Why not? At this point, it's already looking crazy. Let's just go as crazy as possible. I decided to make the eyes green, and I know eyes can be green, but not this green. This is like Grinch green eye color. For the hair, I decided to do a purple, and I know hair can be purple, but this is natural, okay? Hair can't be naturally purple. I added in some yellow highlights, which was a horrible mistake, made the eyebrows purple as well, and I know sweaters can be blue, but I decided to make the sweater blue because it really didn't match the drawing at all. I thought, let's try to save this with some gel pens, so I put some sparkles in there, but it really did not help that much. I still like sparkles, so I'm glad I added them in, but this is how the drawing turned out, and it's definitely a color dispute. I definitely do not like how it turned out. It looks pretty crazy, and the colors are definitely wrong. Let me know what you think about it, though. It was definitely a fun prompt, and I'd like to experiment more with that idea. But now let's take a look back at the first prompt, which was to create an empty setting. So I made some ugly Posca mountains and tried to redeem another mountain using Ohuhu markers, and this is how the page turned out. The next page was to put in some doodles, and I had a whole bunch of sketches that needed a home, so I went ahead and used those sketches to put them in the book and fill out this page, which turned out pretty fun and cute and introduced some Christmas. And the final prompt was to create color dispute, where I made this sort of Martian person, and it's definitely wrong, and I don't know, but this was just a hard prompt day. I only did 3 because I wasn't loving how they were turning out, so I thought, let's stop while we're already behind and not ruin any more pages. But let me know how you think this one turned out. What was your favorite prompt from today? Let me know, and like and subscribe. Don't forget that you can shop the holidays now on my website at anchoredartdesigns.com and find all of these original designs that I made and drew for you. So go ahead and check those out, and happy holidays from me to you. And also stay tuned for my coloring book. It's coming very soon. I'm sorting out loose ends, but I can't wait to share it with you all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!